Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at Quantum Heroes Raptor Tron. These figures are from the new Korean show, Quantum Heroes Dinosaurs. There is a English dub out there somewhere, but I have not been able to find it. In fact, I haven't been able to find much on this series online at all. These figures showed up on AliExpress, and I'm like, okay, I have to buy these. And I believe somebody on Twitter also recommended them to me. The figures we have are Raptor and Ankylo, or Ankylo. The few scenes that I've seen on YouTube from their Korean YouTube channel pronounces it Ankylo, so I might be mishearing that though. But as you can see, they're roughly the same size as a leader class Transformer. These things are pretty big in their vehicle modes, and they're hefty too. I mean, Raptor alone has some good weight to it, and the overall design of the SUV mode is just fantastic. I mean, it's obvious that there is a dinosaur theme happening here, but it looks really cool. I mean, it really does. I love the way this thing looks. Hell, I'd drive this on the highway any day. And the tractor trailer we have here, decked out in yellow and orange, is also pretty darn cool. It looks good. I like the overall weight and the size, and it pretty much works. The only issue I have with it, though, is it's only held on, or the trailer is only held on by these two clips right here. So those could loosen up over time, but, I mean, right now, that's on there pretty good. It's not coming off. It doesn't have any turning radius, though, but who cares? And then one accessory the set comes with is this sword with floppity plastic, blue plastic. The red plastic, nice and hard. The blue plastic, floppity because, you know, safety reasons. I would love to be able to take this thing apart and put some nice, clear, hard plastic in here, but that's not going to be possible because this thing, or this piece, appears to be glued together. I don't know how well that's going to come apart. This set comes with a nice color instruction manual, which I greatly appreciate, but I do have to find it funny that they've Englished the word quantum. Quantum? That's not how you spell quantum. Anyway, as I said, nice color pages, except for when we get into the transformation. Then when we get into that, there are black and white pages. And yes, there is another figure set. I bought that set as well. That'll be a separate video. But yeah, black and white pages, and it covers the transformations from the cars into their dino modes, and then the combinations and all the different ways you can combine them. Essentially, yellow becomes a pair of pants, red becomes a shirt, and then in the other set, blue becomes pants, green becomes shirt, and you can switch and flip them around as you wish. So there you go. Come on, bend a little better for me, book. Yeah, there. And before you ask, yes, all four of them can combine into one big mode. This set also comes with a small sticker sheet. I'm not going to be bothering putting them on. I just don't care. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys transformed into their dino modes. We're going to start with red. First, come to the very front of the hood and grab what is obviously a dinosaur head and pull it up and away. And look, the mouth opens. It's so cute. And then come to the hood itself, and there is this little notch right here. And it's at the bottom of the front door. See that little hole? That is actually a peg. And then you pull the entire hood away from the body. That peg will then go from here down to here. So what we're going to do is pull the hood away from the body, lift it up, and then get that bottom slot pegged in like that. Next, come to the back of the figure and fold down these big sections here and reach underneath and grab the dino tail and flip it straight out like that. On those sections that we just folded out at the rear of the vehicle mode, come to the back and then you can pull out and down the dino legs. So flip it out, pull it down like so, and then stand the figure up and just be careful that you don't get it so that it falls flat on its face. Ah, it's falling. Okay, I did mess up a little bit. You're supposed to take these sections and fold them all the way forward until they hit the bottom of the Raptor, and then you can stand them up, and that makes things just a little bit more stable. Just a bit. And there is one last bit to the transformation. Come to the back and flip up these panels, and then we can kind of just flip them up and leave them where they are, and that is the Raptor mode. I think the Raptor mode we have here is pretty much a success. It's definitely not perfect. I mean, there's obviously a car attached to this Raptor, but it works, and even though it is a bit of a chonker. Now, how big is it compared to some other dinosaurs of mine? The only other Raptor I have is Dinobot from Kingdom. I actually don't own MP Dinobot. I just never got around to buying it. And then here's Leader Class Megatron from the same line. And here's a whole mess of dinosaurs combined together. I gotta say, this red guy's a pretty big dinosaur. I mean, it's big enough that Optimus Primal can easily ride him. In this mode, the only thing I run into is that it just doesn't want to stay in this mode all that much. So this front of the hood pops off very easily, and these arms move around very easily. So once you've got it, standing where you want it, I would just not touch it. Now let's talk about the big yellow tractor trailer. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the trailer from the rest of the figure. Maybe disconnect it in a little less violent way. And you know what? I just realized I've had something mistransformed here. This section is supposed to be pulled up so that, whoever's driving the thing can see. All right, transformation into Dino mode. Come to the back bumper and unpeg it and just fold those back bumpers out like that. Come to the front and grab the front wheels and fold them up into the body, a la Back to the Future style. Grab the front grille, push it in at the top, flip it around to fold out the head. Grab the top, push that completely down. Come to the back wheels and fold them back like that until they're straight up and down, and then grab that whole section and fold it forward to flip out the leg. So do the same thing on the other side, fold that up, and then flip it all the way down, and we're done. That's it. That's the transformation. The little guy is definitely less impressive than the Raptor, for sure. But then again, this is only half the figure, so there is that. Yeah. Now, one thing I do love is that there's a big old hole in the back there, and that thing is perfectly sized for your favorite Titan Master. That little guy's going for a ride on a dinosaur. He's so happy. As you can see, there is a little bit of a scale issue going on here. The Ankylosaurus is way tinier than the Raptor. That scale just does not work. I mean, heck, Kingdom Dinobot is bigger than it is. Okay, we're going to have to return both of these guys to their base forms or vehicle forms in order to do the combination. And yes, these two do combine if you didn't catch that already. And as I said earlier, there is another set that is a green and blue set that combine into another set of robots. So we will just return these figures back to whence they came. And I mean that as in back into their original alt modes, not sending them back to AliExpress. Okay. Gotta get that jaw fixed. There we go. Shoot. I keep forgetting. There we go. There, that's better. All right. Let's get transforming. We're going to start with Ankylo here, because this entire trailer, if you haven't guessed, there's a giant pair of feet under there. Guess what this turns into? So to start off with, grab the feet, fold them out, flip them around, and then peg them into place in the back of the trailer, like that. Then come to the back rear, flip the shin guards up, flip these orange pieces down, take those hitch parts, fold them in, and then grab the little wheels and fold them in, and then split the rear apart and fold up the legs like so. And here we have the legs. And then we come to the middle section, push the driver cab in, and then let's go ahead and get this transformed. First, we're going to come underneath the vehicle mode and fold down this little yellow tab like that. Come to these white pieces here, and we'll have to disconnect the bumpers to get them, and then flip them down to form the hips, and then close these bumpers back up like that. Then grab the entire front of the vehicle mode, push the cab down like we did, grab it and pull it away from the figure, turn it around like that, and just leave the whole thing like this. And then this is going to be the front of the belt of the transformed mode, and these will peg into the legs that we just formed, like that. And here we have a nice big yellow and orange pair of pants. Now for the red truck car thing. First, come to the back of the vehicle mode and split the rear of the vehicle mode apart, like that. And that will then allow you to pull this entire tail section off. Come underneath and flip down the arms, and then grab those entire back sections, and they will hinge out and flip around to the sides of the vehicle mode, like this. So just flip those around like that. Fold out the giant robot fists, and then bring the arms forward and turn them so that they can actually, straighten out a little bit. And then giant robot head is right here. Pull that up like that. Once you've got the shoulders folded out, come to the back, and the shoulders are actually on these sliders. So they need to slide up like this, like that. And then come to the front of the vehicle mode, lift the dino head up, and then do that transformation again like that we did earlier. Snap that into place, and then just drop the dino head in, and it's supposed to look like it's pointing forward, like that. And now that the upper torso is complete, we'll just drop it down into that big slot or hole that we showed off with a Titan Master earlier, and peg that in, and then grab yellow here and fold it up and peg it into the back. There are two pegs on either side of the back of the shoulders. So this will fold up and snap into place, thus holding the shoulders in place. And here we have Raptor Tron, the final combination of the two, and his sword. This thing's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, I think this thing is pretty darn great. Posability is almost non-existent, but we'll talk about that in a second. Overall, though, it's just a solid, really cool figure and figure set. It's a lot of fun, though you do end up with the tail. You can combine the tail and the sword. It looks pretty bad. We'll do that in a second. But other than that, I haven't found a place for this. You can't really peg it in anywhere. It doesn't slide into place anywhere. It would be really cool if there was something like you could peg it in back here or peg it in up here and have it like just hang off like that, or if it could be hand carried in use. That would also be cool, but I haven't been able to figure that out unless... Well, also the directions don't say anything, but maybe can I slide it in up here? Or maybe slide it in... Nope, that's too big. Can I maybe snap it into place up here? I don't think I can. Darn it. Let's talk about posability. Not much. There's just not much. Head cannot move. Shoulders, they can't move, but there is a ratchet joint in the upper arm, and then the arms do swivel, fists do not articulate, and then the arms do the classic bend thing that I really hate. I really wish there was a swivel here for the fists, because you can only kind of do this. There is no torso articulation. There is hip articulation and knee articulation, but every time I go to bend the knee, I end up pulling the leg off. And so that just means that the connection there isn't the best. So posability, extremely limited. So size comparison time. Core Class Volcanicus. Voyager Class Armada Starscream. The smaller figure set from that other kids show. Leader Class Grimlock. Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Review coming soon. Commander Class Jetfire. Titan Class Predaking. Or at least his abs. And a gorilla toy that I got off AliExpress as well. This set is a ton of fun. I'm really, really happy that I picked it up. Before I leave you, I do have to show you how the sword combines with the tail. And it's kind of stupid. So there's the sword, here's the tail, turn it around, and just slide the sword up, and it pegs into place, and that's it. That's the combined mode. That's really stupid. I wish the tail did something else. Or I wish the tail, could be used as a separate weapon. All right, I'm putting that down. And that's it for this video review. Just fair warning, there is one more set that is a blue and green set. I'll be doing that very shortly. And I also have the Commander Class Ultra Magnus review coming soon. Be sure you're subscribed. Thanks so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix. Let me know what you think of this guy down in the comments, and I will catch you all next time.